Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Dynasty Queens. I'm your host, Pamela Nicole, and I've got my gorgeous co-host,
Nia J.
You all, we have such a treat today. We have the beautiful Narvis Kennel. She's a great entrepreneur, and she's going to tell us a little bit about what is going on in her world. Thank you for coming on to the podcast,
Of course. Thank you so much for having me. I love that you guys thought of me, and especially the other interviewers I saw. It's an honor to be in the same seat as them. So thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Wow. Absolutely. So let's just go ahead and dive right on in, Nar. So, of course, you're from the East Coast and everything, and you do have your own business, your cleaning business. Can you tell us a little bit about your business?
Yes, so I started my cleaning service in 2017. I was 24, so we just hit 8 years on June 2nd.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. We have about 9 employees now under us. We do a different variety of things from, the house side to the commercial office side to, porter cleaning, which is parking lots, or hoarder cleaning. It gets really messy, or it can be super clean. It just depends, but we get in and we get out.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Okay. Did you always know, from a young girl, that you were gonna go into business for yourself, or had an idea of what you wanted to do as a child?
Kinda. I didn't understand what I wanted to do, but I always knew. I used to say a lawyer, because I just felt like it was something bossy. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's a bossy situation, or I was going to be in management or something. So I didn't know what it was going to be, but I just knew it was going to be on the top of something regardless.
Okay, gotcha.
That's a good way to feel as a child, because a lot of people, she already knew that, okay, I'm going to be running the show.
That.
Exactly. I'm going to be in charge. Doing something.
Right. It was annoying probably for my friends and stuff growing up, but I just knew, it's just what it is. I didn't know how, but it was going to happen, so.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. And I love that you're in custodial, because I'm a neat freak. I'm very OCD with certain things. Now, were you always like this? Were you very clean and organized your whole entire life?
I was organized, even if it was a clutter organization. It was organized. Yeah. But when you clean, I've been cleaning my whole life. Every Sunday you have to get up, scrub the walls and all that.
Yeah.
So that was nothing new to me. But to have to clean for someone else is just a different situation. It's so much more thorough. It's so much just things that you would have never thought. So now I'm even more of a cleaner. So my let me hurry up and clean is a 2-hour oh my gosh, I'm dusting everything. I'm doing base course, and it's just so annoying. I don't know how to quick clean anymore. Yeah. It's it's just thorough or not at all. But I wasn't always like that. It was always an organized clutter to me.
Gotcha. I get that.
There's some structure to it. She knows where stuff is.
Exactly. That pile is that pile, and that pile is that pile.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
It does.
So, did your family have any insight or foresight on what you were anticipating on doing before you opened your business?
So my family was my mom had me really young, so she had me at 14. So when I was growing up, she was kind of still growing up as well.
Gotcha.
So she didn't really, as long as I finished high school, that was the requirement for me. My brothers and sisters just finished high school. That's all I asked. She didn't get a chance to do that because she had us all so young. So she's that's all I asked. So once I did that, it was all right, kudos, whatever you want to do, I'm rocking with it. And then I wind up just kind of going to temple on a whim, because my dad, he passed away from drugs. My grandma passed away from sickness. My mom, she was also in drugs and all that. So it was a really loose time for me, where it was I can either make something shake or just rock out and just chill, and it's what it is. I made my mom happy. That's all I need. But so I just something told me to go to college, and I was already kind of good in high school with handing my stuff in on time. So it was easy to transition. So from there, it was even more oh my god, you in college now. So it was easy to impress them low key. So they didn't really care what I did, how I did it, where I did it. They just knew that I was doing something. So and then I wanted to inspire my younger brothers and sisters mainly, because we didn't grow up with anybody going to college. My grandma may have went, but I wasn't alive for that. I don't know.
You know what else going on.
All we see is the hardship of every day electrical. If there's no this, there's no that. So it was I'll be that person. Let me be that person. They were just happy with that.
How many siblings do you have?
So on my mom's side, I have a brother who's 29, a little sister who's 28, I want to say, and then a little brother who's 24. And on my dad's side, I have siblings, but he died so young, and he wasn't really in my life, so I didn't get a chance to.
That connection.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Gotcha.
Wow.
I'm curious. I've always wanted to know, as far as when people do certain services for other people, what would you say? What would you describe as a difficult client for you?
A difficult client, I feel is someone who wouldn't necessarily do the things that they would all right, so for cleaning, we touch everything, but if it's hey, you didn't pull out my 10-ton refrigerator and scrub behind the wire. Like certain things that they just wouldn't do, or it's like, hey, if you pull it out, we'll clean it, but certain things you're liable for.
Of course.
We send like checklists. So this is a one way to guarantee you know what you're getting and we know what we're doing. So it's a deep cleaning checklist from which room, what's included in that room, and the price for that room. So you don't want that room, we'll take it off. If you want something done in that room, make sure you let us know.
Right.
So we send that, we send the checklist, we send the email, and then one of our final emails is, hey, prepared, this is what we're bringing. If you don't see something on your checklist, let us know. But then we'll get there and they're like, hey, you didn't do our blinds. And it's like, well, the blinds aren't on there and the blinds are expensive. So now I have to tell you this expensive cost that wasn't even in your thing. And now you're like, these cleaning services are trying to get me. And it's like, no, I try my best because we're minority, we're newer, like we're not a franchise. So I try to dot my T's, cross my T's, dot my I's. And like, so certain things like that where it's like they make me feel like I'm trying to get them, or like I'm not doing something correct, and then it's like, oh, you see, this is why I don't do black business, and it's like, no, like I hate discounts out here. It's really hard. And like my mom and them, because my mom works with me, she's my top manager.
Wonderful.
She works with me full time. She's been with me for like 4 or 5 years, or probably since the beginning. I ain't even gonna say that because she's gonna kill me if I say that. She's been with me, but so she's like, no, don't give them a discount, no, don't. But it's like, Mom, those ratings, like, I'm a black business. Those ratings will make or break me. I give them 100%. Like, so I'll do my best before, but if I still can't, I'll give them a discount or whatever the case. So
I mean, at the end of the day, you're not going to please everybody. But you do want those ratings to look a certain way. What is, I guess, one of the most challenging people that you've had to deal with as far as, I guess, attitude is concerned? And then we can go into, like, other stuff. But as far as, like, attitude, like, have you had, like, a really nasty client?
So we have a few. So, like, we have, like, categories of names for them almost. Like, it's like, oh, this is this person, this is this person.
That does make it fun.
Yeah. It's like, oh, such and such just messaged us. Like, guess what? But it's really difficult. So, like, I know ChatGPT and, like, the responses help a lot now, because it's like, you put your heart and soul into something, and it's like, y'all going to tell me I didn't do that? Like, who are y'all talking to? So it's like, I gotta just be like, you know what, I need like 20 minutes, like usually like 24 hours sometimes. Like, it's like, because it really hits, like, or if I get a bad review, all those things really hurt, because I put every thought and decision into every little aspect. So so we'll just try our best. Like, so this one person we've been doing it for maybe 3 or 4 years. We know her, we know her stilo, we know what she want, what she don't want. So when she complains, it's automatically she wants 50% off. Like, automatically. So somebody like her, we learn, okay, instead of going back and forth, here's your 50% off. As soon as we say that, she's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Like, it's like, okay, now you cool again. Or so you just gotta know the customer. Some of them aren't worth it though. Some of them I'll be like, hey, we don't have the staffing and the quality of work that you're looking for, so we're just going to part ways. It's not even worth my stress. Like, and they be sick because they like, you don't need my money. It's not that I don't need it. It's that my peace and my sanity of my clients are way more important. Or my staff is way more important. So we have our ways. If they're doable, but if not, we chalk it.
Yeah, because there's a thin line between, of course, catering to the client and abuse of them trying to manipulate and abuse you. Oh, I need my 50% off. How do you draw the line? How do you know when you're like, you know what, this business relationship is over?
Exactly.
What are some things that you like pick up on when you're like, you know what?
So it really depends on what type of things they bring up. So for instance, we have this one client. I was doing her for maybe 2 or 3 years, and then we rotated where my mom was doing her for like a year. But she was complaining a lot about my mom. But we know we're doing certain stuff, but it just may be like, one person puts the soap to the left, one person puts the soap to the right, and she notices that, and she's like, there was a new cleaner here, I'm just going to find anything I can, and I'm going to complain. So then my mom started recording, and we started sending her footage, like, pictures, this. So now she doesn't complain anymore. So I went there like maybe 2 months ago, and I couldn't open, like, she had child safety locks on the cabinet. So I took her trash out, but I couldn't place the bag back in there because it was locked. She noticed that there was a different cleaner in there, and she had a heart attack. Like, she emailed us. So I was like, this is chalked. I'm not doing her no more. It's like the fact that the owner, I know for a fact, I do above and beyond for this lady because I know her. You know your client, you know what they want. But she was complaining, so I was ready to chalk it. I'm like, okay, cool, this is it.
Yeah,
we don't have the staff clearly, like, but she my mom was like, you know what, no, I'll go. Like, I'm willing to do it. So I'm like, are you sure? Because I'm never stepping a foot in that lady house again. You better be serious about it. So certain things, it's like, all right, if one person's willing to take it on,
I like that.
like, we
you know what,
rotate.
that's good. Tag team the bullshit, because you may vibe with one client and I may vibe with another one.
Exactly.
Okay.
I love that.
Exactly. So if we can at least one person get it, if not, then they're chalked completely. But we try. We do try. Like,
okay.
And it was crazy though. It's always, because just from like a service industry aspect, it is always your repeat clients that just be difficult and older for no reason. For no reason. And they want to. They want your business. They want you to get it back.
And that's what's so complicated. It's like, I wouldn't start an argument with somebody I have to stare in their face every 2 weeks. Like, it's like, oh, I'm gonna be so difficult, I'm gonna be so mean and nasty, and then I gotta greet you in 2 weeks, and it's like, you don't think I saw what you had just wrote about me? Like, so they are complicated. Another thing I do is, like, I don't tell people that I own the business because they feel more comfortable reaching out to management and telling the truth. So, like, customers will lie in your face, like, oh my god, everything is perfect, this is spotless, this is amazing. It's like, great, cool, and then you get an email like, I don't know who you brought here. You talk about this was an A1 team, but you know, so people switch up a lot. So, but they won't feel comfortable telling you as the owner to your face. So, I'll just pose as like, so. Like I said, my middle name is Victoria, so I sign all paperwork Victoria, and when I'm in front of the client, I'm Nar. So I'm like, hey, I'm Nar. But then when they complain, like, oh my gosh, you should message Victoria, like, I'll message Victoria, I'll let Victoria know. It just is a way for them to feel more comfortable, especially certain clients who aren't used to working with certain types of people in their houses and stuff like that. It's like, okay, cool, like, I can message this person. So that's another way we kind of avoid, like, oh, Nar messed up, but then I'm in the background like, I did that, I ain't do that.
Like, you are
exactly. So
that's crazy.
Come and see me again.
Exactly.
Got my CEO hat on.
You know,
take the gloves off.
Exactly.
Now you mentioned hoarding cleanings.
Yes.
And Nia will tell you, I am an avid fan of the show Hoarders.
Really?
Girl, that's what puts me in my cleaning like mode. I'm like, oh, hell no. Let me get the Santa back and get my life together. You know what I'm saying? So tell us, it's like one of your worst hoarding experiences.
Okay, so there was a place in Phoenixville, which is like outside of Philly, like probably like 40 minutes out, and the county had called us, so I'm like, okay, right, so I'm like,
that's how you already know.
Exactly. Right. And they're like, listen, like, we're willing to pay whatever, just like have somebody come do a walkthrough. So I didn't do the walkthrough, I sent someone to do the walkthrough, and they were like, yeah, we couldn't even get in the door, like, you know, you gotta like push to get in the door. I love projects like this though. Like, I thrive in projects like this. So I'm like, oh, we're doing it. Like, well, we're doing it. I don't care. So basically when I got there, beer cans like to your knees, beer cans throughout the whole living room, dining room, kitchen, bedroom. The bathroom, it was like a beer can volcano. You couldn't walk in the bathroom. It was to the point where the person was just sleeping out on the steps, peeing on the steps, pooping on the steps, drinking on the steps. So the beer can started going to the steps now. So that's how they called the county, and the county was like, oh no, we got to get him out. So they were able to put him into a rehab.
That's crazy.
And they had to sneak us in because he wasn't in there. You know, hoarders, they're like super serious about their
very
stuff.
Much so, yeah.
So we had to sneak in while he was gone. But it was like, even the mice were dead under the cans. When creatures can't survive, that's
you know it's bad.
Exactly.
You know it's bad.
Yeah, like it was just like feces on the walls. It was like
like the rats and stuff.
Yeah. From him.
Oh, from him. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, if you go into the bathroom,
feces on the wall.
Once we got through all because the first thing to do is remove everything.
Yeah.
So we removed all the beer. That's when you see the actual dirt. It was bugs on the rug. Like it was like termites. But the mice, like I said, the mice were dead. They were all just smushed under beer cans.
Isn't that nice? They were dead.
They were dead.
You didn't hear about that.
One less problem.
Did you have on a hazmat suit during this? Okay, girl.
Bully had it, and it was the summertime, so you sweating in that thing, but you know you gotta get it on. Yeah. So they wound up getting a dumpster for us and all that, but it was like, it's on my Instagram. I'll have to send it to y'all. But it was my favorite. Yeah.
So like within, you said it was termites and dead mice. Were there any other like animals that were dead, like cats or dogs?
He did have a cat. We don't know where it was at. We could have honestly bagged it up.
Find it. You think he died though somewhere in the house?
Yeah, because they said it was just like there. They said it's a cat in there, but we haven't ran into a cat.
They didn't say dead or alive.
Yeah, like the cat was living, I think, in a tub, because once we got all the beer cans out, his little food was in there. His poop was in there. His everything was in there. There was no cat.
Something
really like deteriorated. Yeah, some of the mice were like that. Like it was just bones. So you really wouldn't know.
Or they showing hoarders. It's like a paper. It's like a piece of paper. They're just flat, girl. Like
obviously, you know what I always say when people live like that. Hoarder means your mind is messed up, gone. So he obviously was a drunk and who knows what else. So.
See, I would have had fun with that though. I would have counted how many beer cans you took out of that house.
It was just so overwhelming. Like we had shovels, scooping the beer cans up in the bag. It was like crazy. Like we could have collected. You know how you can. We should have did that. Exactly. We should have did that because we would have been up. Like, but it was crazy in there. So I do like projects like that though.
That's neat. That's really neat. It's nasty, but it's neat.
Right.
Yeah, it's work though. But it's just like there's so much. I don't think a lot of people understand. You say you open a cleaning business. There's so many stuff that happens behind the scenes. I'm sure.
Right. Yeah.
So what are some things that you think come up that can throw you off your game? Like, man, I wasn't expecting this to happen this month. Or
so especially with like payroll. So a lot of people don't know that when you do commercial cleanings, which is anything that's not a house, like offices, you could do parks, you can do whatever the mall. We do a lot of projects in the mall. They don't pay you until 30. It's called net 30, which means you don't get paid till 30 days out. So. So let's say I have a project with 10 people on there, and then I have to pay them out of pocket for the entire time until that 30 days. And in the 30 days, it doesn't mean that you're getting your check in 30 days. It means, okay, now we're going to issue it sometime around this time. So you could still be waiting 45 days, 50 days. So that's really hard. So, but luckily, when you do houses, you get paid that day. So if you can find a good balance where it's like, all right, I have enough houses, and, you know, as the checks come in, you'll make payroll and stuff like that. But payroll, even like for any business, payroll taxes. I did not know payroll taxes were like so vicious. So whatever my employee pays, I have to match that. So if 3 people paying $300 each, now I got to pay $900 just to match their taxes. So that sucks. Like I'd rather kind of make them subcontractors, which basically is like kind of like a loophole, but you got to make sure like you covered in the IRS and all that if they ever were to like check you. But so little like behind the scenes things like payroll and even like I know this sounds dumb, but I never checked after my employees. Like I used to just be like, all right, this is what you do. Like I was just so hands off. Like, listen, this I wouldn't want nobody like all up on me. Like I send you your schedule, I buy your products, just go do it and just do it right. But now, a lot of people can't handle that freedom. Like it's like, oh, what? All right, let me just. Because then you just start doing whatever you want.
Yeah, like, it's very true.
So that was another thing to learn. Like, okay, you can trust your employees, but also trust in yourself to know, like, you got to go check it. So little things like that were big learning curves for me. Like, it's common sense, but then it just wasn't, I don't know, at the same time.
Yeah, it really isn't. Because when you're going through the motions, a lot of people, I'm assuming when you start off, you hiring some people that you know.
Exactly.
You know, so the friend think they, you know, whatever it is, stuff like that can come into play. So many different.
Yes, I've had family and friends like kind of just completely screw me over because like initially starting out, I just wanted to be able to make a change with my family. Like, all right, my mom, she was doing what she was doing, she got clean and all that. So now she got to start at a $7.25 job and like, no, my mom better than that. Like, you know, or my little brother, he didn't go to college, but it's like, all right, but he better than that. So it's like, all right, if I can do something, we all eat and we all, you know, doing it. So that's how it started. But I was giving everybody opportunities. Like, you get an opportunity, you get just everybody. And then I learned, like, people don't want the same thing you want. Like, people just want to do whatever helps them at that moment. So like, it's a lot of people that I had to cut off. But the stronger and bigger we grow, I'm glad I went through that then versus going through that now. Because imagine I'm falling when we like 8 years in versus like, no, I did that at 3, 4, and 5. Like, so I appreciate it, but it do be hurtful. Like, it's like, dang, we like that. But
you know, people are gonna do what they want.
Exactly.
Always.
Today's episode of Dynasty Queens is brought to you by Drip Top, the newest, hottest trend in fashion. You guys, if you love fashion, being a trendsetter, looking your best, you can have it all in the palm of your hand. This Drip Top app is what it's about. Fresh trends in fashion. Please believe me, we know what's up. Whether you're into streetwear, you know, the chic style, it doesn't matter. You can be going out a night in the town. We got you. Make sure you check us out. Browse this app. It's at just the drop and click of the tap of the screen. Let's roll. Drip Top.
And you know what the best part of it too is? It's not just about discovering new fashion. It's about the community. It's a full-on community. So you can follow your favorite content creators. You can get tips and tricks to your fashion, whatever you want to do. And on top of that, you can level up your style.
Right.
It's a great thing. So y'all go ahead and download the Drip Top app. You can get it on Google Play and the App Store, Apple Store. And go ahead and look it up. It's Drip Top, DRIPTOCK, and level up your style today. Also, go ahead and visit the website at www.driptop.com, or you can go ahead and scan the QR code right here on our screen. Y'all, don't forget, stay bold, stay fresh, and stay all together with Drip Top.
That's a raw, honest statement from a young entrepreneur for people that are thinking about jumping into something like this. You're going to put your folks on. You always want to try to put your folks on. Sometimes your folks can disappoint you. It's not going to work out the way you thought it would work. Something to think about.
I'm glad that you did say that because, I've had people that I've helped in the past with resumes and, interviews, and they've let me down. So that reflects on me. Mm-hmm. So I know with situations, that reflects on you and your ratings and everything else. So, you did the right thing. Right. And, it's a good lesson to learn for sure. Yeah. For sure.
Right. But I like how you also incorporate, I guess, that secret shopper aspect where they don't know.
Yeah. When you come in, how you come in. Yep, exactly. Yeah. You got to keep them on your toes.
The big boss is here right now. Yeah. Exactly. So it kind of just plays into the whole thing. Like, okay, look at these ratings and stuff. These ratings up. Mm-hmm. Right.
Now, I love how she said, you said that a deep, just a quick clean for you was 2 hours. So I'm right there with you, girl. I got 2 kids. I'm constantly cleaning, What would you say is the longest clean you've done if it's been hours, days, weeks? I know you told us about the hoarding situation. How long did that take?
That hoarding job probably took around 5 days. And that was between people quitting because it was messy. So certain people didn't have the stomach. I got a group of guys because I had the girls for when it was time to clean, but the guys needed to get in there and really get all that heavy stuff. Anything that was just But I was in there too though. I love those things. A lot of girls go, I'm like, no, let's get in here. Let's do this. So so a lot of people were quitting or not showing up, because they're not the permanent cleaners. They are just people I bring on all right, we got this thing
got you.
So between that it was inconsistency. So it did take around 5 days, but if I can, I like to get it done the same day. But we do certain things like post-construction cleaning. So we used to work with for instance this contractor, and they used to do big school cleaning. So last summer we were in 3 schools in Delaware County for maybe a month and a half. Every day I had 5 to 8 staff with me. We go in and we do whatever they wanted us to do. So it really just depends, but that's somebody else's project. But if I could control the time frame, listen, we'll work 24 hours straight, we'll get it done, but we're not stopping. I don't want to come back here. I don't want to have to talk to y'all again. That's my vibe. I just and then that's when people start to nitpick or find things. It's no, we got to get in and we're out. So
man,
have you ever had a team that just fell apart when you had the subcontractors come in for a big project where it fell through? Yeah, so
one of our first construction cleanings, we didn't really know what we were getting into. We just it's cleaning, it's construction dust, whatever. So it was in the mall. It was a store called Tilly's. It's in King of Prussia Mall still. It's from California or something. But so that store was huge. So we charged them $2,000, thinking we up, mind you. This is a probably $5,000 to $7,000 to $10,000 job. But this is our first time we're in the King of Prussia Mall. I used to work here at Taco Bell. Emmy's, I made it because now I'm cleaning it here on the other side. But the way we did it, we were just in way over our heads. We didn't have to do half the stuff we did. So we were coming there every day. The construction was going on. So basically they wanted 3 cleanings. Okay. A cleanup just so that we could do the next stage of the construction. A cleanup for the next stage, and then a final clean. Okay. But our we just kept coming every day because it was all right, they made a mess. They made a mess. They made a mess. They made a mess. But it was bro, they would be shocked when we were there, but we hey, why are you shocked? We're supposed to clean after the construction done. Yeah. But and then my team started getting tired and drained. We were there for hours and hours and we just weren't prepared. Then another little secret, if you're ever doing construction dust cleaning, you use water. Water absorbs the dust. Multi-purpose or anything else smears the dust. So we're in here using multi-purpose,
you didn't know.
Oh wow. So now it's just smear everywhere, and then we're oh my god, and the guy's hey, you use water, right? We're yeah, we know that somebody else did this, but we're just trying to finesse to look still cool. But this was years ago. So stuff like that, when my team gets burnt out and it's oh my god, but I have a contract to fill, and at this point I'll lose even more money if I don't at least get this $2,000. So stuff like that, it's I truck through. I get my mom, because she family, she got to truck through with me. Like, you know, so I get who I can for stuff like that. But it has been times where it's just like, I just sit there like, I'm quitting, like, or like, I'm done, or you just hide in the bathroom, like, is this really the rest of my life? Like, I can't do this. Like, certain times it'd be so hard, but you just gotta breathe, let that stuff go, and then just come back to it. So
what keeps you going though in those moments when you're just like, man, this is crazy, this is a lot?
I feel like it's everything that I prayed for when I was younger. Like, I know struggle, and sometimes I be mad at myself because, like, girl, you know struggle, why you acting like this? Like, you ain't no princess, you've been through it. But I'm so far removed from who that was that I be like, dang, like, I'm not that, I don't want to, you know, like, I don't want to struggle. Why do I have to do that? I worked so hard to avoid that. So, and then I have my family on my back, so if I were to ever stop, it's like, damn, my mom just dedicated the last 8 years of her life. She could have been doing something else. My little brother, he 24 now, he got 4 kids, like, you know, so it's like, I have people, and then on top of that, the people who aren't my family depending on me with their family and friends. So it's like, I refuse to be the one that y'all gave me y'all trust. Y'all gave me 8 years of y'all life. Like, I owe y'all tremendously. So that's why I always, like, no matter what, I got people, like, depending on me. Even if I were to stop the cleaning service, I would never stop their contracts. Like, I would, you got this, don't mess it up, because like, ain't nothing after that, but don't mess it up, you know. So I always have their best interest at heart, no matter what, at any point.
I love it. She got so much heart. I love it. You really do. He has so much heart. What are some tips and tricks just for your average Sally Mae at home that's, you know, cleaning up? What are like 3 top tips and tricks you'd give to someone cleaning up their house, you know, that they probably wouldn't know?
Get that spick and span.
Right. I would say SOS. Have y'all ever used SOS? Oh my gosh. So a lot of customers, they think like we make magic in they like house, but it's like, yo, just get it, especially like for water stains on your glass and certain things, like stains where, because steel wool, we use steel wool too, that would be like another one. Steel wool gets like, especially on the stoves, if the stove is really dirty, it gets right through all that. So steel wool, SOS, always pre-soak stuff. Like if you're going to clean your tub, go spray your tub for a second, step out, and then come back. It'll wipe off depending on what you're using. Okay, so 10 times stronger. It's like a 10x strong Lysol bowl cleaner, the toilet bowl cleaner. It gets through anything. So if you got a tub that won't come out, you got a stain that won't come out, just spray that on there. I put some water and I kind of just mix it in. It is strong, like very strong, but that gets you through anything. So it's just a little like thing. What else? And I will also say, when you start, just stay in one room. I know a lot of people who are like, I'm gonna go in the kitchen now, I'm in the bathroom now, now you ain't get nothing done. Like not one room is complete. So just do not leave that room till even if you make piles, kitchen pile, bathroom pile, like living room pile, but keep in that room. Don't stop till it's done. Then you start with your pile and take it to the next room and continue on like that.
Gotcha. That's really smart to do.
Yeah, definitely. Because I think I've tried both, where I'm like, I'm starting somewhere and I'm kind of moving around, but it does make sense to just go ahead and, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because some people never finish, and especially when it's like, I call it hoarder mentality, because it's like, I will make a way for this to fit. Like, I'm not getting rid of, like, even my clothes. I have clothes from, like, 10th grade, and it's like, all right, I'm going to make it fit, though. Like, I'm going to make it, and then you go down memory lane, and now you're just sitting there crying, looking at pictures, and, you know, nothing got done. So it's like, all right, just stay in that room, get it done, and then you start. So.
But see, I'm not used to, like, that. I'm thinking of just mine, because I clean up, like,
as you go.
A lot.
Right.
I mean, I clean up my house all the time.
Yeah,
so I'm
same.
thinking that it's like, that is crazy.
Right, I know.
Just shoveling cans and
you were like, I saw your face. You're like, excuse me?
No, for
excuse
real.
me.
Right. So are people surprised when they realize that you're getting, you know, your hands dirty? And
yeah, especially like on Instagram alone, like some people really get weird with that type of stuff. They like that type of stuff, like ooh, like you know. But some people are like, oh my gosh, like, or they just wouldn't imagine the things that, like, I don't show half the stuff that I get into at the cleaners, you know. And when I talk about it, some people are grossed out, and I'm like, oh, all right, maybe I shouldn't say that much, like. And then some people are like really interested. And I'm like, well, I will get down and dirty in the details. So it really just depends on the situation. A lot of people are surprised though, especially when we pull up our Instagram and it's like, this is stuff we did, like. But I do love it either way, like.
Now, have you ever had to clean like a crime scene or anything?
No, I would love to though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm heavy into, like, I listen to true crime podcasts, watch podcasts all day long. So I would definitely get in there like, this is probably what happened, y'all. Like, this is I cleaned it, but this is how it happened. But they said that a lot of the cleaning people who do that were typically in some type of criminal background, like they had experience. Yeah. So I don't know if they would even allow me to do that. I would love to do it. Yeah. I even want to partner with like the state and the counties that way, like for the hoarder cleanings and stuff like that. It's just another avenue to experience. But I would definitely do a crime scene.
Because how did you get that project with the man with the beer cans? Since I was a county or
so basically, what I do is I built my own website out, and it's something called SEO, which is search engine optimization, and that's how you get your website found online for free. Like, it's just the way that Google reads your website and they rank you. So I'm a cleaning service, so I wanted to use keywords that my clients would use when they search me. So I put in like hoarder cleaning near me, or hoarder cleaning Montgomery County, office cleaning near, all those type of keywords that customers would search. I put it all through on my website, so that's how all my clients pretty much find me.
That's good.
I barely do like paid advertising because the SEO is just kind of carrying us right now. So that's what I tell everybody as well. Like any business, if you have a website, SEO, like that's the key to it all. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah, so they found us, luckily.
Y'all getting some nuggets, okay?
Right, exactly.
That's information I'll be paying for now.
Right, literally.
Now, I know when I'm cleaning personally, I got the 99s and 2000s on loud as I don't know what is on your cleaning playlist when you're working.
I'm not gonna lie, it's Murder Podcast. I listen to who do I listen to? I listen to Rotten Mango. She's like my favorite. She's down to earth. She's super chill and she's funny. Like Murder isn't funny, but she just makes it relatable and like really funny. Yeah. And then I listen to Crime Junkie. Like that's on my playlist. But if not, then it is like like I love Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's like top dog, number one. So he's always on my playlist. And then just old stuff, like everything old. You probably won't find much new stuff on my phone. Like
what's old? What does that mean for you?
Like early 2000s mostly. Like the 90s is like but the early 2000s when you grow up, that nostalgic feeling, like I'm being in a house party listening to this and stuff like that. Like it brings back those feelings. I like songs that make me like feel something, whether it's good, bad. I want to feel it. And so those songs make me feel like how I felt in those times. So I love it.
So what's a song like when you're like, you know what, this place is a disaster. I need something to get me through this first room because damn, we got a ways to go. What are you listening to? I
would probably say Lil Wayne, No Ceilings mixtape.
Okay.
For sure, like, cause he do something to me. He got me through a lot of hard times when I was younger, and so hearing his voice in certain songs, it's like, all right, I got that hunger again. Like I'm on a bus riding to work, and I need to, like, so it triggers me. Like, are we about to do this shit? Like,
that was a good mixtape. No Ceilings. That's like what 09 or something like that.
Early, yep. Even Sorry for the Wait, like that. Those two, like those were like classic. So those, I'll put stuff like that on. Or Nicki Minaj if I'm in my like, who you talking to, like, so it depends.
You love boss shit,
exactly. Like, we're gonna get this shit done, let's go. And so we'll do that.
Yes, I love that.
Like I done
exactly. That's exactly what I thought of.
Yes, it makes so much sense. It's just like you gotta have that playlist out.
It can make or break a situation.
Literally, for sure.
Literally.
So so everyone else on staff, do they ever complain about like the gig, the job at hand? Like, are they like, this is like, why are we doing this one? This is crazy.
Especially because like I like those type of cleaners, and they're like, bro, like, why would you ever do this? But I always pay them like more than enough to make it like worth the
money will make up for.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, bro, you're getting a lot of money an hour alone. Like, do it. Like, why not? And if you don't, that's how it's easy to pick people up for one-time jobs and stuff like that. Because it's like, you don't want to do it, I write a status, or I go through my list of people we have and just see who wants to do what. But they do oftentimes be mad at me for certain projects. They do. But even if it's like a reoccurrence, so like we have this one cleaner, it's 7 days a week. We've been doing it for like since 2021, maybe 2020, and we have this one person on there. She's solid. She loves the job, but it's like it's a gym, so a lot of people like you're interacting with other people all day. So if she's in the bathroom cleaning, and then like, yo, get out. Like, I'm uncomfortable, and it's like, well, how am I ever going to clean in the bath? So now she comes to me, and it's like, I don't even know how to solve that. And we go to the, so it's like a lot of little stuff like that. It's always little things inside the contract, or it's like, oh my gosh, this one person at this other contract, they are new to so we have a building that we clean. It's a new tenant inside the building. And their bathrooms, it's like toddlers just use the bathroom all day. It's and the smell, even when you go in there, it's like in pot. Like how it used to be such a clean building, and now these bathrooms just make you want to just quit. Like, but now I have to like so somebody who's been doing that for 3 years, and they're like, okay, well now these bathrooms are like this, and now I'm like, what am I going to do? Because now I'm doing more work, so now I got to contact them. Like, well, we got to increase the budget, and now we got to increase her budget. So it's like stuff like that. I'm always putting them first though, because they're the ones doing it. They're the ones on the forefront, and if not, I can always try to sub something out. Like, okay, well, you're getting this much for this contract. I have this one for this amount. Do you want it? I'll try to like make it work. Just like how when I don't want something, I swap it. Same concept with them.
Oh, that's cool.
So do you find yourself having more of those situations with the commercial? Like, I mean, honestly, when you compare the two, what are the pros and cons when it comes to cleaning like a hoarded house versus commercial buildings that have the disgusting restrooms and
I would put commercial over anything all the time. Like houses are just it's people who live there, so it's like people are so particular, and you never know what that one thing is that somebody may care about that another person won't. So we could shine your doors and your stainless steel and do everything, and they're like, hey, you didn't clean the inside of my track of my window, and it's like, well, you gotta pay for your windows to be clean because we don't lift we don't go in anything unless you say it. And that's where it goes back to that checklist. Like if it says inside cabinets, inside fridge, inside microwave, if it doesn't, then it's not included. So it's always a lot more bickering, and like they just know what they want, and then sometimes they don't express that, so it's like, oh, that was a miscommunication, and now it looks bad on our end. Where commercial, it's like, we signed a 1-year contract, y'all going to get it right. If y'all don't get it right this weekend, y'all back here next weekend, or if y'all don't get it right today, y'all here tomorrow. Like it does get messy, but at the same time, it's not one person just checking everything. Like, I want to know exact. It's like, okay, their staff is messy, they understand that we are trying our best. So commercial just easier, especially plugging people in. People aren't there, so they can't judge you no matter what you're looking like or who you're bringing in. It's different hours, you have keys. It's just way better. I think it's just so much easier to maintain and train people on.
Got you.
I love that. No, I'm curious, it's like when I just recently moved and we got a maid and everything to clean everything. What are your rates? Like, what would you say your average rate would be for like a 2-story house?
So the way we do it is we do it by room. So for commercial, we do charge between like 55 to 60 to like 85 an hour, depending on how many cleaners you need, how many hours you want us there, how often. So the more cleaners, the higher the rate. The less cleaners, the lower the rate. If you want us there more, it's less money. Well, it's less per hour, but if you want us there less, it's more per hour, if that makes sense. It does. But so for the houses, like for instance, a bathroom automatically, and our first time cleaning is always more than the reoccurring cleaning because we're touching everything. Gotcha. So for the first time cleaning, a bathroom is $50. That's inside, outside, everything. A kitchen could range from like $80 to $150, and that depends on the size of the bathroom as well as if we're going inside the cabinet, refrigerator, microwave, etc. A living room and dining room is like $15, and we usually combine those as one. A bedroom is like $15. Basement, it depends on the size. It's maybe around like $20, $30. And then our additional section, that's where like everything is, like the baseboards, door frames, doorknobs, ceiling fans, windows if you want them, and all that stuff. So that maybe be around like $50, $60. It just depends also on the square footage. But everything has like a set price. That way you can see it and you can break it down. And if like you don't know why something is, we'll explain it. And it's always cheaper reoccurring. So we just find that easier, so that's what we stick to.
That's good.
Thank you.
I think that's fair.
It is. Really, everything
really
she said, it makes sense to me.
And it's the kitchen and bathrooms are high traffic, so it's always more money. But if you think about a bedroom, it's usually not much in there, so that's why it's like $10, $15. Same for living room, dining room, $10, $15. But those nitty gritties is where we get in at.
That's interesting.
It's almost like some people, I'm assuming that when it comes to the residential places, it's like some places like, okay, this person is a breeze, like it's just smooth sailing, and we just come in, get our check and everything, and then it's like the people where you're like, okay, does the smell ever become something you get used to?
It does. For me, for me, like once you in somewhere for like 15, but also like I said, I'm different. I haven't met another person who want to work with me who like this, so I may just be like really weird in that aspect. But after like 15 minutes, I'm cool. So it just blend in.
Used to it. Wow. Blend in.
But we know what to do. Like, so if it's like a reoccurring or something, or somebody like sometimes, certain people will hire us from like insurance companies for somebody who may be like ill or something like that. So this one time we did a cleaning and it was a hoarderish, like it was a guy. His mom was very strict. She was like 99 and she like was angry. You couldn't touch none of her stuff. So I mean, anytime she went to the hospital, he would bring us in there. She had diapers everywhere, maggots in the diapers, piled up everywhere, kitchen, bathroom. So to the point she just started walking around. She would just poop and just put a tissue on it and just it would just be poop spots everywhere. And she had 2 cats. It was crazy. Wow. So something like that. Honestly, my smell I still remember that smell, and it did not like blend in. Usually things blend in after 15-20 minutes. That whole time I smelt it. We all smelt it. Like,
wait, that story, I'm sorry, that takes the cake. That's worse than the beer can.
Her nose is built different.
Did you say it was maggots in the diapers?
In the diapers, yeah. So like it was a pile of diapers specifically near her bed, and it had maggots all just crawling through them. Then I guess once the diapers either ran out or became too much, she just started like just walking and pooping.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. The son knew though. He knew. He like he had that in his face. Like, please just like do what you can. Like my mom be drawing. That's what people say. Like you're doing God's work. That's how I'm like, oh, it must be bad.
Oh no, I would be like, let me try it out, girl. Look, come on, now I'm coming. Day one.
And you know what I'm saying? Her nose built different because, girl, we just went somewhere yesterday that had a homeless man. I had a headache all night. Oh, yeah. So I can't even imagine. Like,
it get bad. It definitely get bad.
You were in the field, like, in the paint.
Yes.
I mean, goodness gracious. Do you have, like, because I know you're in it now. Do you have, like, a retirement plan? Do you want to just keep doing this? Like, this is a passion. It seems like when you talk about the hoarding, it's like the worse the situation, the more your eyes light up. Yeah. You seem like she really gets excited about the worst case, and she's like, "Oh yeah, this is we gonna see what we do."
She's ready.
Let me time do you time yourself and stuff? Like, let's see how long it takes me. Let's see. I give myself 3 days for this one. Let's see if I'm right.
But honestly, I do though. Like I'm pretty good with timing. Like my mom, my family that works with me, they hate it because I'm like, yo, we about to be here 7.5 hours. At that 7.5 hours. They hate it. Yeah, like they be like, why couldn't you say we was here for 4 hours? I'm like, I know we're not gonna be in here for 4 hours. I'm not saying it just like to jinx us, but I know my time. Like I know how long. I don't know how. I guess over the experience, so you know. So my goal is, if I can, I want to have like more businesses. I had a mindset at first, so I do like little stuff on the side. Like I have a degree in marketing, so sometimes I'll do people's websites or I'll help them do their LLCs and just even cleaning services. I've helped probably over 20 people with cleaning services. And it's because like once you do something that's successful in a community that hasn't really seen much success in certain things, like, yes, I would love for y'all to copy that. Like, do what I'm doing for my family, for all of y'all family. Right. Yes. And so I feel like now I need to find the next thing that I could be successful in to teach the rest of the community and just keep going and going. And plus, like, so we make 6 figures now, but it's like, that's the business. And then now all the employees I had, that's not my 6 figures. So it's like, all right, we got to double this, triple this, quadruple this to, like, really make it. So my whole goal really is to just help the community and be as successful as possible and as many streams of revenue as possible. Like, so that's what I want to do regardless. Even if I'm working till I'm 60, 80, like I do have like an IRA, which is an individual retirement account for people who aren't in a 401k basically. So I make sure I did do that and all that. So I try to place certain things like in place for me just because I'm like young. I'm like, I got this. But realistically, like, how am I really going to feel when I'm older? But I just want to keep going. Like I kept thinking that I could just do it all with New Waves. But even they say, like, you know, most millionaires have like 7 streams of income or something like that. So it's like, realistically, how am I going to be the one to change that? Like, you know, I need to keep it going. So now we're looking into like box trucks and like delivery routes or, you know, we're just trying to like find something. Like we have this, it's working, it's successful, but also I don't want to milk it. And I also don't have to keep cleaning. I have enough staff where I can take my time to go find something else. That's good. Right. So that's what I'm like really trying to do right now.
Wiggle room, a little freedom.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Kind of make your next move.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if you do decide to jump into box trucks, when would you be looking at doing that?
So literally like ASAP. So with ChatGPT nowadays, like I recommend everybody to download ChatGPT. It is like amazing, and you don't have to do like half the work that it takes. All you have to do is know the question. So literally, I had them draw me up a business plan on how much it would cost and certain things like that. So, all right. So I saw some box trucks on eBay for around $6,000, $7,000, but that has high mileage and it may not get me too far.
Yeah.
Or I could take the route of trying to buy one for $30K, or I could take the route of like leasing one, kind of like renting one out. That way, if anything happens, like I don't know how to change. I don't know nothing about trucks. Like so, y'all responsible for that. I don't mind that, but then we're not owning anything at the end of the day.
Yeah. Right. That's
so
true.
we're just kind of like trying to figure it out. I have been looking at like government contracts. So it's all about, they call it logistics with delivery.
Yeah.
So it's a bunch of logistics contracts and stuff like that. So based off of that, I'm trying to see what makes more sense. Like I don't want to just buy something and be like, all right, now what? Like what are we doing? It's like, all right, I see these contracts. I've applied at least. Like, you know, I just want to put it out there and see where I can wiggle at and all that.
Exactly.
Because also it's like, is this the right next business? It don't. You know, I tried to do like a CBD business years ago. I got all the products. I got everything, but it was during COVID, so I couldn't sell it. So I wasted like thousands of dollars, like products and all that. So it's like, I'm not scared of loss though. I'm for the loss. Like at least I tried it. I'm with it. Like let's do this. But also I'm a little older. You know, I gotta just do it more smart. So we're trying to just see what it looks like in that area, but also like we don't want to wait forever. So maybe I say the next 3-6 months.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Wow, that's exciting though.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Now, you did mention COVID. How was your business during COVID? I know everyone's home, so, you know, people are probably more prone to cleaning, but did you have, like, good business during COVID?
Surprisingly, yes. I've never had a year like COVID. Like we made numbers that I don't even know. Like yes, it was just so amazing how much we made during COVID because we were doing the trash trucks because you know the trash. So we were going and doing the trash trucks inside the cleanings. We were doing the jail, so the Montgomery County Jail. We were doing in there. Anywhere that was what were they calling it when you had to a mandatory like whatever
essential worker?
Essential, yes. If you were an essential worker, we were cleaning like those buildings and stuff like that. So we racked up, and that's around the time that I was trying to hire every,body, and that's when I was learning like, dang y'all, why would y'all do me like this? Like I'm paying y'all hundreds of dollars a day for like 2 hours of work just because they were giving it to me. I'm giving it to y'all. Like, but people, I learned a lot during that time. That's why I think the next time we up like that in a quick span, I know what to do. I know what not to do. Like, and I'm just blessed to be able to take that as a learning experience. Like I took my L's hard, but I'm cool. So COVID was. I'm not wishing COVID back, but I would be okay if it did come back.
My business was banging. But no, that's a real, a real raw interpretation of what it is. You know, the highs and lows. She didn't sugarcoat anything. Yeah, she was really straight to the point, and I respect the transparency.
Yes,
because I have heard people mention about open businesses like that, and you just really have to know everything that it entails.
For sure.
So I do want the viewers to comment. Let us know how you feel. Are you planning on starting a new entrepreneurial venture? Have you thought about getting to the cleaning service? Do you have any additional questions for Nar? And make sure that you also like and subscribe.
Absolutely.
Also, go ahead and tell the folks where they can find you in social media and then what's coming up real quick.
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram, nar_kennel. I'm pretty sure Narvis Kennel, like my alias and my name, like which is also a good and bad thing, but it's all in one. So if you look me up on Google, you'll find everything. And in the near future, we're just looking to really grow, branch out, and become more systematic. Like everything, I'm trying to be more systematic. That way, if I step away, if I move to another state, if something happens, everything is more systematic. So just bigger, better, cleaner, and more systematic.
Love that.
Thank you.
Bigger, better, cleaner, and more systematic. Well, thank you once again, Nar, for coming through the Dynasty House. And I have to say, like always, I am your girl, Nia J, in closing. And I have my beautiful co-host,
Pamela Nicole.
And this has been another episode of
Dynasty Queens. See you.